So I was chilling with my homies the other day. We was bored. He was like, what are you gonna do? We didn't want to do nothing illegal. So we was like, man, what can we do? So we was like, hey, let's go hit up a movie. What's playing today? We looked up times. Ordered our tickets online. We supposed to. Got to the ticket box like, hey, we ordered our tickets online. So could you please hand it to us? She was like, okay, just let me look at things. So we got the tickets. Going to see the new Karate Kid. So it was good and all whatever. People were like, oh, remakes is bad and stuff. But I respected it because it was good. So afterwards, the movie, this other dude walked up like, hey, could you give me a ride or something? So I was like, hey, it ain't no problem. I give you and your date a ride. So he's in the car. If she was all trying to shove up on him, I'm like, hey, there's space in the car for you if you want to move. I want to have her uncomfortable and stuff. Try to make people happy. Dang. So I dropped him off at their house. It was all good. Reminds me of another time. I was late for something. I didn't know what it was. It's not important. Anyway, so I was late. I ain't have a ride. So I called up my homie like, hey, yo, man, I need a ride. He was like, sure. I was like, yeah, thank you. He came up, did the thing, gave me a ride. And I was like, thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. He was like, no problem. I was like, sure. This other time, I remember I was at the mall. The mall. I don't go to the mall, but I was there because my mama wanted me to go. So I wandered around. She was like, hey, she can go do whatever you want. So I was like, for sure. Just go ahead, do my thing. So I was walking around. Then I saw this lady with her kid. Kid was crying, being all obnoxious and stuff. But I was like, hey, it's a little kid, so it's alright. So I walked up to the little kid. He started looking at me all teary-eyed and stuff. Big eyes like a kid. And I was like, little kid, what's wrong with you? And he told me, I dropped my ice cream. I was like, hey, don't cry. Because I can buy you a new one. Because I got cash like that. So I bought him my ice cream. Then turns out he had an older sister. So we went out on a date. Because I was so nice. I picked her up from her house on time. With gas in my car. And money to pay for dinner. So I took her out to dinner. We was eating food. I let her order off the right side of the menu. Because I'm not cheap. So we was talking and stuff. Exchanging pleasantries. She was like, oh, well, I'm in band and stuff. I was like, hold up, you play instruments? That's amazing. I wish I could do that. She was like, well, one day you can. I'm like, thank you for the encouragement. That's all I needed to get started. So later on that night, took her home. You know, boys in their teens always want to keep girls out at the same nights, same hours of the night. My bad, I messed up. Anyway, I took her to the door. Then I was thinking in my head, you know, the bad side of me was like, Terrence, you know what you could do with this girl? But then I was just like, nah, man. So I just kissed her on the cheek. Said, maybe I'll see you again. Maybe we can go out again, because this night was nice. Alright, then. See you later. Forgivable.